Before we continue, let me know which country or state you are watching from. Please type in the comment section. In the heart of Lagos, Nigeria, Ton Obadina was known as one of the richest men in the city. A self-made millionaire, he owned Obadina Holdings, a conglomerate that dominated industries ranging from oil to tech. But Ton was also infamous for his arrogance and sharp tongue. To him, everyone existed to serve his interests, including Abeni, his humble housemaid. Abeni had worked for Ton for 5 years, cleaning his mansion, preparing his meals, and quietly enduring his constant jabs. Despite her employer's condescending nature, Abeni carried herself with quiet dignity. She never spoke back, no matter how cruel Ton's remarks became, and always did her work with grace. One Friday morning, Ton stood by the breakfast table, sipping coffee and smirking as Abeni cleared the dishes. He had a devilish idea. "Abeni," he said, feigning politeness, "you've been working so hard. Why don't you join me at the Royal Greens Golf Club tomorrow? My friends and I would love to see your skills." Abeni paused, sensing the mockery in his tone. She had never played golf in her life, and she knew Ton was setting her up to be humiliated. But she also knew she had nothing to lose. "Thank you, sir," she said, keeping her voice calm. "I'll be there." The next day, Abeni arrived at the prestigious Royal Greens Golf Club. She wore a simple dress and a pair of borrowed sneakers, standing out among the elite in their designer golf outfits. Ton and his friends, all dressed in crisp whites and expensive caps, greeted her with fake smiles and muffled laughter. "Here," Ton said, handing her a club, "let's see what you can do." Abeni held the club awkwardly, unsure of her grip. She had never touched a golf club before, but her eyes were sharp, and her hands were steady from years of meticulous housework. She lined up her shot, took a deep breath, and swung. To everyone's astonishment, the ball soared through the air in a perfect arc, landing just inches from the hole. The crowd of onlookers gasped, and one of Ton's friends exclaimed, "What a shot! Beginner's luck." But it wasn't luck. Shot after shot, Abeni proved to be a natural. Her swings were graceful, and her aim was precise. People began gathering to watch her play, clapping and cheering with each brilliant shot. "She's incredible," a woman in the crowd said. "She's the real star here," added another. Ton, meanwhile, grew increasingly uncomfortable as his attempt to humiliate Abeni backfired spectacularly. His friends were no longer laughing at her, they were admiring her. By the end of the game, Abeni had outplayed everyone, including Ton, who stormed off in embarrassment. As she prepared to leave, several club members approached Abeni, offering to sponsor her if she ever wanted to pursue golf professionally. She thanked them graciously but declined, explaining that her priorities lay elsewhere. The twist. The following Monday, chaos erupted at Obadina Holdings. The company's computer systems had been hacked, and sensitive financial data was being held ransom. Ton was furious and desperate, calling every IT expert he knew, but no one could fix the problem. With millions of naira at stake, he was on the verge of a meltdown. Abeni, who had been quietly observing the commotion, hesitated before stepping forward. "Sir," she said, "I might be able to help." Ton stared at her in disbelief. "You? What do you know about computers?" Abeni explained that before she became a maid, she had studied computer science at a polytechnic. However, after her father's sudden death, she had to drop out to support her family. Though she had never worked in IT professionally, she had kept up with her skills by helping friends and neighbors solve tech problems. With no other options, Tond reluctantly gave her a chance. Ebony got to work, her fingers flying across the keyboard as she navigated the hack system. Within hours, she had traced the source of the breach, neutralized the threat, and restored the company's data. Tond and his executives were stunned. "How did you?" he began, but Ebony simply smiled and said, "Sometimes, talent is where you least expect it, sir." The lesson. From that day forward, Tond's attitude toward Ebony changed. He offered to pay for her to finish her education and even promoted her to an IT role within his company. Ebony, however, made it clear that she would only accept the offer on her own terms. As for Tond, he learned a humbling lesson about respect and the value of those he had once dismissed. Ebony's story became an inspiration to many, proving that dignity, intelligence, and talent can shine through in even the most unexpected circumstances.